Okay, you're recording, you're in control, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut loose. Well,
Okay.
I'm just gonna totally mute this machine out.
Yeah.
All right. If you need anything from me, just give me a yell on the cell phone.
Okay.
All right.
Catch you later. Okay, gentlemen. And I'm using the term real loosely. But what we're going to do is go through, first thing we're going to do is go through the main screen here, and then we'll go through the actual Cap Direct different functions. Now, notice over here, date and time. I don't so happen, I know my clock is, oh, I got the wrong mouse. I know mine's a minute slow. So I'm going to change it and say, okay. So let's, look. No, it's still a little off. Yeah. Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting you have to. And then you just say, okay. And I would check it every week is good, every 2 weeks, but you need to do it at least every 2 weeks because it will lose time or gain time depending on your machine. So, all right. Notepad. Notepad is one of the handiest things around because you can take and copy the message off of your Whiskey Tango messages. You can highlight the message, the characters that we have to enter, go in. Oh, here, I'm going to give you an example. I think I still got one here in trash. No, I don't. Well, I normally delete all of my Whiskey Tangos, and I just got rid of my last one. But I'll highlight some other stuff here. I can go in and Control C. Then I can here minimize this again. All right. And then I can go here, Control V. Well, I said I copied it. Oh, Control C. It helps when I use the right keyboard. Control V. And then you can save it. I just call it name, and I put save as, and I'll say exercise. Exercise. and save it. And then I can turn around and close that. And this is the, well, go back up here. Okay, exercise, and draw down to my USB drive, copy, click on it. Here it is, exercise. I can take it out and put it into my desktop. And on a Whiskey Tango, you know how some of the characters are hard to read. You highlight a group, you paste it in. You highlight the next group, you paste it in. And that way, you get what they sent us. If they screwed up and sent the wrong characters, it's their problem. There's Jude. Hello, Jude. I don't hear you yet. I can see you've unmuted. Well, now you muted. Okay. Anyway, so Notepad gives you a nice way of copying, and then if I get something in on the computer and I need to send it out over the Cap Direct, well, I can highlight it on my other computer, put it into the thumb drive. It's what we used to call SneakerNet. And it works out nicely. And as you can see, I keep, yeah, that's the right one. I've got stuff in here that I've been using on the documents folder. I keep a copy of that. All right, so that's Cap Direct. Now, I've already got one open, but you normally would double click this icon here. But got okay, let's see. Now, why is that? Oh, that's why. Okay. All right, so going to start up at the top. File. Some of these things are duplicated. Create message. Let's see, you got create message here. New folder, you can create a new folder. Time sync. You can always try to move this where I can see it. Oh, well. Oh, there it is. Time sync up here, and 42 is correct. Now, this empty trash doesn't work. It doesn't matter how many times you push it, it ain't gonna work. And then exit, you can kill the program, or you can use the X up in the corner. All right. Now, open. Scratchpad is when you've got a message you've created and you want to edit it, you can use Scratchpad. For example, this one right here, I can create Scratchpad, and then I can go in, and if I wanted to change this to AIR, bada bing, bada boom. I changed it to Air One. All right. I'm going to put it back where I had it. But then you put it over to your smart folder and you delete the original one. Okay? Because, and I'm not going to delete one, but I'll show you how to do it. You go and you highlight it, and then you hit delete here on the left-hand side. Okay? So, log, it just gives you log out everything that goes on when you're running everything. Half of it, I don't know what it means, but it's there. So, but it does whenever you change something, it will tell you about it. All right. And then search for what you need to do. And let's put and again, and say okay. And it'll take you over here to your message list, and it shows inbox first. So, all right. Preferences. Now, this is the critical thing. All right. Set call sign. You look up at top of your screen, and you'll see the 3 digits for your call sign. Gail will be 600. Dave will be 662. Jude will be 640. I'm 611. So this is where, when you first get your equipment, you set your call sign up. All right. Or if for some reason you're having to move the radio, say using it as an ICP radio, you can change the call sign up there to whatever it is. Like Arkansas, our ICP1 is 613. And you can find all that on the console. And if you got any questions on that later, I'll show you. But there's how you find different things. Okay. Have these 4 items checked. Acknowledge received messages. Okay. All new messages to the smart folder, both ones you're generating and ones that you're receiving. Okay. And auto print new messages. The reason why is you walk into the radio room and you look at the printer and you see pages up at the top of the printer. And you say, oh, I've gotten messages. You don't have to go dig it out of the smart folder here. You can see that you've got messages. All right. And it also gives you a handy copy that you can read or take to somebody. Okay. Like the operations section chief or the AOBDs or the GBDs or planning section chief or whoever, wing commander. All right. Most of this other stuff is not being used now. This confirm message delete, that's if you click the message and tell it to delete it, and it says, are you sure? If you say yes, it'll delete it. If you say no, then it won't delete it. Okay? Empty trash. Here's the one that works. The trash folder over here, you see I've got one message, which is garbage. And you can see down here in the message window, I don't know what it was, but this is what it copied. So I want to delete it. I can delete it there, or I can go to empty trash and see it says delete all items from trash folder. Yes. Okay. I press it and it emptied the trash folder. Now, it still shows it here. I can, if you want, you don't have to delete it. You go to another folder and then go back and it's gone. It just, the way they wrote the program, it doesn't delete what's in the message folder at the time. All right. So that's what you've got here in the preferences. View, refresh. Okay, it refreshes the screen. Message list, same thing as what we've got here. I'm going to go to the smart folder and when I hit message list, well, it's already up, so it doesn't matter. View, address book. This has all of our routing indicators. You see all these funny looking groups of characters. That's the routing indicator. It tells the program where it's going to. So one that you'll see a whole lot of is this one that says all CAP, and the routing indicators UHX QQQA. And I'll show you when we get over to the chat window where that comes in handy. Okay. So let me go back over to the message list. Now, help. User guide. The user guide has everything that I'm talking about and then some. But it can be a little more difficult to read and then go back and forth to actually see what you've got. But it has figures, it has samples, it has everything. So it's good. You can always reference it, but we all are also recording this so you can have another reference to go to. All right, now. This. All right. All right. About review folder. It just gives you information. Okay. They've been received in the clear and are not in the CODAN format. Okay. Very rarely will that happen, but. And then about Cap Direct. Real interesting. All right. So, and then of course the time and Zulu up at the top. All right. Select key. We only have one key. Okay. So you go over to the key here, but we do have the capability of talking encrypted. Now, if you'll notice, when I clicked on unencrypted at the bottom of the screen, and it's telling you it's sending unencrypted traffic, it will revert back to encrypted after you send something. So if you're going to be trying to receive an unencrypted message, you got to go back over and click on it and set it unencrypted again. They made it difficult. Okay. So, but Normally, we function in the encrypted mode. Ah, there we go. We got another Arizona. All right, gentlemen. So, message list. Well, that's what we got here. Remember, I talked what I said about it being in several different places. I never counted. There it is. Message list. Okay. All right. The green box tells you that the modem is synced with the cap direct is synced with the modem. If you don't have a green box, you ain't going to get any messages. Now, if you haven't done this yet before, and you just looked into getting everything working, when you turn the RFU off with the console and then turn it back on, the radio comes up with a little symbol in the console, and then it will show the CEP seal. If you'll count to 30, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, up to 30, and have cap direct closed in, let me just show you. Cap direct closed at 29 or 30, double click and open it, and it will be coming up, and it'll have some information that goes in this window, this middle window. All right. And if it doesn't work the first time, maybe back it down to 28 seconds or even 27 seconds. Or maybe you have to go to 31. But you want it just before the seal goes away. That's the key. Right now, mine does it at about 26 seconds. But each of them are a little bit different. All right. TDR, I've been told that it's, hold on one. I'm in the middle of a class. Okay. Talk to you later. All right. That's some of my wing transportation BS. Okay, TDR. I was told to leave it unchecked. Now they're telling people to check it, but I've been told to uncheck it, so I leave it unchecked. What it does is if you receive a message coming in at 300 baud and you're set at 75 baud, it'll change yours to 300 baud. And if it's coming in at 150 baud and you're set at 300, it'll change it to 150. Normally, I just leave mine set at 75, and then when I'm doing responses, it doesn't take that much time to send the message. If I'm sending a message and I've got a good path, yeah, I'll bump my baud rate up to 150, 300. Sometimes if it's real good, I'll run 600. So these are all the baud rates. We generally stay up and use 75 or use long on it. That's the interleave, and I'm not going to try to explain it. This window gives you several different pieces of information. This is your bit error rate. And you see the indicator. It says, come on back. Indicator good, green is good, orange is marginal, red is high, and generally if it's red, it won't be copying the message. All right. If it says red here and RX data, guess what's going to happen to your cap direct? It's going to be locked up. If the signal has gone away. And it's still showing red in the box and RX data. Now, if you'll go over and go back to your baud rate and just change it and then change it back, it will clear the lockup and you'll be able to see messages again. Or you can close Cap Direct and reopen it. Either way, I've been getting where I just change the baud rate and change it back, and works out nicely. This window here, this window will say hunt TX data when you're transmitting, RX data when you're receiving. This window will show you the bit error rate after it's sampled it a little bit. A minus number, if it's below -5, -6, it normally will start turning orange on you. And if it goes -10, it'll turn red. Anything above a -5 generally is a fairly decent signal. It'll when you got a good path, it may have a +10. It won't say plus, it just says 10 dB. Okay, but that's showing you've got a good bit error rate. Okay, the higher the number, the better it is. All right. Any questions so far? All right. View RX will put the message window in the bottom in the receive text mode. Or if you're on inbox, it'll show messages and such that are being transmitted that you're not hooked up to them, but you'll see the messages. I didn't go over this the other day. Refresh again, same as the one over here. Search, same thing. It's over here. You can search for different things. Chat. Now, this is what's important. You can either put a number in here, like 662. All right, and hit enter. Oh, I hit the wrong key. I'm using the wrong keyboard. Chat 662. Enter. Now I've got Dave. I'm going to close 400. I also get I talk to other regions also. But this goes on, and I'll go over the functions here in just a minute. But there again is another place where Scratchpad is. Okay. So a lot of these different drop downs and such are also displayed out here. Okay. So I'm wanting to talk to Dave Ely. All right. So I get the chat window open, and you always drop down and do in the message window, because if you choose a message over here and want to send it, if you don't have the person you're talking to, now they'll receive it. Okay. Like Dave would receive it, but he wouldn't acknowledge it if I don't have his name here or his call sign here. So always match this with this. Okay. And it's in the drop down. I'm going to change this sucker and delete it, because you can remove call signs also. Okay. Okay. And see, it took it out. And because I fat fingered it. And you can see it's gone out of the list. Okay. All right. So you go down. You've got the message, a message window or a place where you can type in and chat with the station you're talking to. So I could send a message to Dave and say, howdy, and make sure you're on high power or something. I'm just making up stuff. And then I hit enter. When I hit enter, it'll start the radio to transmitting and we'll send it to him and he'll get it. Okay. So that's how we chat back and forth in the chat window. Okay. Now, other things that you do in the chat window. You see down here at the bottom, you got a list here: ping, list, get, act, clear text, and close. Okay. Ping, I send a ping request. All right. Now, I'm scanning, so it's telling me that it won't key up. But get over here so I can see. Okay, you notice it does say sending ping request. I'm going to minimize y'all here for a minute. Oh, looks like Ken came on board. Yeah, there he is. I just didn't see him sneaking in. All right, anyway, let me minimize that again. No, I said minimize, y'all. No, I don't want to leave meeting. Yeah, okay. I've got it moved over now where I can see the rest of the screen. Anyway, the ping, and then once it stops transmitting, Dave would send me an answer, and it would give me information about bit error rate and messages and stuff like that. If I could contact him, I would, and we'd show you, but we can't talk to him real well. Now, Ken, I probably could talk. Let's see, chat. Got wrong mouse. Chat is, he's 631.
I can't talk.
Well, yeah. Well, you won't have to.
Yeah, I'm not at the radio.
I know you're at home, but I am going to connect to it since Rick's not at home and not at the radio. So,
Rick's never where you need him.
say again.
Rick is never where you need him.
Well, of course not. Okay, 631. And call. Now, I always open up my squelch so I can hear what's going on. And it's going to take a bit because I'm probably going to get you on 114 or 115. Or maybe even 113.
Well, 113's the last one.
Well, between you and Rick, 113 is pretty good. Wait a minute. 115. What'd I tell you? Now, remember what I told you about ping? I'm sending the ping request. And he's fairly stout, so I could have bumped up the baud rate.
I've got a question on baud rate. Seems like
Okay.
every time I go up to my device, it's on 4600. I drop it back down to 75, and then I come back, later, and it's back to 4800 or whatever it is.
Uncheck the TDR.
Okay.
Make sure it's not checked. Okay, now see the information, of course, date and information, message count, 130, Jabity Christmas. And the date and time, average signal noise ratio. All right, now I can send him a message like, well, I'm not going to be doing it on this keyboard. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Okay. Now I hit enter, and all it's going to do is transmit that burst, and it will not. You won't get an acknowledgement from him unless he sends you one. Like I got it. All right. Now, you notice down here it says enter to send, up arrow for previous message. So if I hit my up arrow, guess what? There it is again. And I can resend it, say he had some interference. All right. So Gil, what are you doing?
Who, me?
Yeah. You were unmuted, and I thought I was hearing receive audio from you.
I'm not receiving
Yeah.
anything anywhere.
I'm hearing static.
Oh, my critters, honey.
All right.
Was it better when I unmuted?
No, it's when it's muted is when we don't hear it. When it's unmuted, we hear. So that may be mine that we're hearing. It may be picking it up.
No, I gotta wear oxygen.
Nope.
Making noise. Sorry.
All right. So here's the chat window. Now, list. Am I still connected to you? I am. Okay. I'm going to type in UHXQQQA. And I'm transmitting, and you'll hear the audio in the background. And what it's going to do is it's going to give me, I'm requesting that routing indicator. I'm requesting all messages with that routing indicator in it. Now, let's see. Well, I say I'm still connected. You may have disconnected me. I'll tell you what, I'll disconnect and reconnect. Oh, and I can just do up arrow. All right. And I'll hit list. All right. Setting list query for QQQA. And And now, remember what we said about this light here? Green's good. And I've got a signal noise ratio of 8 dB. Then it dropped down to -1, -2, back up to 10 and 11 dB. It's fluctuating a little bit, but not bad. It's not going to be steady, trust me. Because you can hear the audio, you can hear the data signal fade a little bit, then it gets stronger, but it's strong enough. Of course, send it at 75 baud. It's going to take a little while. Particularly since he's probably got all of his intercoms still in the smart folder. Unless Rick has gone and moved some of them. We'll go into that here in a minute. We may have to take a nap.
Hey,
Yeah,
Chuck,
they're all there. The last one was the difference between Roger and over. Or no, over and break. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Had to mute it so I could hear you. Say again.
I said, yeah, they're all there. The last one was the difference between over and break.
Yeah.
hey, Chuck, I got a question for you.
Okay, Jude.
Sir, if your smart folder has a lot of the messages in it, that slows down your receiving capability?
No, what it does though is when you do a list, I mean, he's still transmitting. He's probably got 30 messages or more in his smart folder. And it's going to give me all of them with this routing indicator.
Oh, okay. Copy.
Now, while we're waiting on this to answer, let me move this over a little bit. All right. Now, here's the different folders that we see: inbox, outbox, review, smart, saved, trash. Well, we've got the smart folder up right now. Now, Rick and I generally leave the previous month in, and then whatever we've picked up during the current month. Now, oh, good. I'm going to. You see this received data being read? I talked about how that locks up. Let me. And you see how it clears it? Okay. So, I'm going to move this over a little bit more. So, well, why did it not print the list? Oh, because it got interrupted. Okay, I'm not going to spend 10 minutes waiting for it to print to get it again, but I'll show you another message. I'll transmit one that we let's just do this one, and I'm going to bump it up to 300. All right, now I've got this one with his call on it, and I'm going to say send. All right, so I'm sending. And it'll send it a whole lot faster than I did all the others. Okay, boom, it's sent. Now, this is how you know he's receiving. you see over here, I said it was sending message 9617. Okay. Now, 611 DE 631, he's saying, okay, I'm acknowledging receipt of this message. Then I turn around and give him an acknowledgement that I acknowledge his acknowledgement. So this is an ACAC. Okay. Now I can disconnect him. Okay. But all right. But you see, this is what we're doing when we're sending y'all traffic. All right. And this is the message that we sent him. Why have I got both two windows open? I don't know why I have two windows. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. It was showing two windows. Oh, I know why. Never mind. I'm sharing the screen. Then I looked at the shared screen. All right. So we've got all of these. Now, what you do though is I'm going to move this one to, oh, wrong mouse. All right. I'm going to, there's two ways I can do it. I can right click and then I say move to saved. All right. And it moved it to the saved. There it is. Well, I say it moved it. Number 16. Not 15. All right. Why is it not getting rid of it now? Let me look at something here. I may have to restart my Cap Direct. No, that's just one of the other messages. Okay. I forgot how many I'd sent. We had an exercise. All right. So I will right click, move to saved, and I need to move these anyway. And I'm going to leave this message because it's one that Arizona sent us. And it just so happens, here's the message, and it's a test message. And somebody can come request it. Y'all can connect up to me and say, you want the UHWQBAZ in this window here. UHW. What did I say? BAQBAZ.
Chuck, do you know why RY is a test message?
No, why is it?
Back in the old teletype, 5 baud days, R was 1, 3, and 5 whole on the paper tape, and Y was 2 and 4. So RY that did all the functions on your mechanical teletype.
Yeah. Yeah. All the characters, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog's back, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0 times. But yeah, I used to use that, but they they ask you not to do that when you're running encryption because it gives the Ruskies and the Chinks
It does.
a way to decrypt your key. But anyway, all right. So if you're calling me and you put this routing indicator in, you'll get this one message. And it's a good test message. Okay. So, and I got to thank Greg for it. But anyway, you can go and reduce the number of past intercoms and put them in your saved folder. As you can tell, I've got quite a few in mine. But now, at the end of the year, I may just download them, a bunch of them, to a thumb drive and put it on my computer. Yeah, what the heck? If I want to, or I can delete them. But deleting them, you have to do one at a time. So if you're deleting 30 of them, well, 1, delete. 2, delete. You spend 10 minutes trying to delete a bunch of them. But, now trash, I go in and dump my trash folder every month or two just to get rid of everything. Now, inbox. Oh, here that is. I forgot that it prints it over here rather than over here in the chat window. So you can see how many freaking QQQAs he got. And here's where it locked up on us and had gobbledygook. So Ken, hint, you might want to, next time you're up at Wing headquarters next Wednesday, you might move a bunch of these over to the saved folder.
All right, I'll do that.
Just look at the date here in the date time group. If it says, well, let me go back to my save folder. August 24, September 24, October, November, December, February, January, February, March, April. I've even moved some of the Aprils already over. Oh, that's my Arkansas one, the ones I sent over. But anyway, you'll see the UHX QQQA. You'll know that those are freaking intercoms or whiskey tangos. I delete. Once I get it message cleared in e-services with 100%, I go back in and I delete it because guess what? It's done. Why do you need it? Now, it does print it for me because it's an incoming message. So I save it for my message folder. But I do have, I just go in and delete the message out of my smart folder. So I don't gotta worry about it. All right. So, all right. Now, inbox, this is what, of course, we were hearing in the background. He was sending and then it garbled up. Okay. And there might have been a bunch more. But now, and see, it says from unknown to unknown. Delete. Now, outbox, you can send stuff to outbox. I mean, from the outbox, but with this set all new messages to smart, both incoming and outgoing. But you can always, if you, well, here, let me just do this. Now I'll go to one of my saved folders. Let's go to this one. I can Control C. Okay, outbox. See if I can remember how to do this. Control V. Nope. Oh, you have to generate it, and I'm not sure it'll even let us do it anymore. But well, I could put it in Scratchpad. I can put it to outbox. All right. And there it is. Okay. And I can send it from outbox. But we're supposed to be operating out of the smart folder. Okay. That's where they want us to do it. Now, that's where all of the wing and region message centers put it. The fast runners have been instructed not to leave any messages in their smart folder. They don't want us to come in and download some highly classified super secret message. So you'll find no traffic basically out in the smart folder. You can go in here and I could type in, oh, let's see, what's my, I'm trying to remember mine, UHWBAR, I think, address book. So I have to go down and look at mine because I don't have it memorized. Oh, what do you know? UHWQBAR. Had it right. All right. Message list. I could type in UHWQBAR and let me get over to this one. UHWQBAR R. Okay. And send it to Fast Runner 33 or 95933. Okay. And he won't have anything in his smart folder. So it'll just come back and say, nothing, no messages found, or something to that effect. Okay. All right. Such is life. Now, I am going to delete that message back out. But you could send something from the outbox. You have it highlighted and hit send, it'll send it in the outbox. But you saw how stuff comes in the inbox, even though the smart folder may be clicked. Okay. So gives you an idea. All right. So here's all the messages we received. Now, like I said, you can delete a message. You can archive it. I didn't mean to archive it, but it did. Okay, you can print it, Scratchpad. Again, here's all sorts of different things. When you get back done with it, hit too smart. All right. So it gives you the capability of correcting stuff. Send and send compressed. Send compressed will send it slightly faster, same baud rate, but it will send it tighter, I should say. So you'll get it done quicker. And then always have this match with this. Because if you don't, they'll probably receive it, but you don't know that. And guess what? Now, I could come down here and say list, and I can list 9617. 9617. Okay. I could link back up to Ken's radio and tell it to get this one message because I happen to know he's got it. Okay. I can ask for a list if I'm not sure if somebody has it. If they've got it and I don't have it, okay, I can go get 9617. All right. So now, acknowledgement, if for some reason I don't have this person here, or if I linked up with multiple stations, which you can do, and I sent one of them the message like 630, 631, 632. Well, 630 and 632, I sent it to 631, but they all heard it well and they all copied it, but he's the only one that will give you an acknowledgement like we have here. Say this ACK message. And if I don't get an ACK message, I don't send an ACK message. So I can, if I notice that I got a message that I did not acknowledge, like 9617, I could send ACK 967 thing, and it would do the same thing up here, and then I would confirm it. All right. Or the person I sent it to would confirm it. Anyway. But that just gives you a way of confirming a message so they don't have to do a list or a get. A list will normally take care of something like that. But it's just one thing in. Now, clear text, boom. I'll close it, boom. I'll close him, boom. Okay. Now notice this doesn't change. Now, if somebody calls me, say Jude calls me, okay, and when he sends me a chat or something else, it will pop up a chat window up here with 640. And it will also it will put 640 in the two side also. Why? I don't know, but it does. So gives you a little idea of what goes on. All right. Any questions now on what we've gone over so far? All right.
Is there a recommended baud rate?
It depends on how good your signal is.
Oh.
If you send a ping request, you can see what their baud rate is when they send it back to you. Plus, it gives you an idea in the signal noise ratio. Okay. If it's in the minuses, send it 75 baud.
Yeah.
If it's -5 to above, okay, you can send it 150 to start with. If you've got a bit error rate though of 11 dB, send it 300 or 600 baud.
Yeah.
And it'll get there and get over with quick. If it's a real good locked-in signal, I've been watching, and I've had them send me messages at 2400, and normally with 2400 we go short. I mean, it'll go, and there it is. It's done. So, and play around with it. Connect up with the guys in your wing. Or if you've got a good path to somebody else, you know, Arizona and New Mexico, y'all may be able to talk to each other and, you know, do a list, do a get, send just now. Here's what we're going to go over. Create a message. All right. Now, the first thing you do when you get Cap Direct for the first time, you go in and on the routing indicator, you put default wing designator. For me, it's Arkansas, but I'll just show you Louisiana, and see it changed the routing indicator to LA, UHCQ BLA. Now, since I also do messages as the region comm engineer, I will send something out using the routing indicator of Southwest region. Okay. But for most of what I do, it's a Mork laugh, or yeah, those who remember Mork and Mindy. Okay, and here's the plain language address at Fox Cap Wing AR. All right, save changes. Oh, all right. So now this happens to be ones that I've sent. I was playing with Monday. Okay. And it's the only one there, and I can just clear it out. Now, let's do a new message. Let's send something to Arizona Wing. All right. So I can go to the address book right here. And let's see. They are, now that's, you know, Red Rock. I had to stop and think. It's alphabetical by call sign, not by, so Red Rock. Okay. Now, I will click on 2. Now, so happens if I want to send it to Shiprock, also 2. And I want information to go to Buttbug. Info. Okay. I'll go back to new message. And here they are, Arizona, New Mexico, with info to Louisiana. Okay. Subject. Okay. Now, I can generate a serial number, but I might, if I wanted to put 701, well, 701. Having 2 keyboards is a pain. Then, originator, put, all right, wrong one. Wildwood Comm Engineer. Okay. Now I could also put Wildwood 45, but this is fine also. Now, if I need to put an acknowledgement, I can put yes, And I can put in all up, all com engineers. Okay. So I would get a message back from two wings, Arizona, New Mexico, because information, remember, is just giving you information, not requiring a reply. But here I want an acknowledgement, and so I would get one back from New Mexico and Arizona. I hope. All right. So I can put Southwest region here. It helps when I spell training correctly. All right. Now, this is a gen admin message. All right. And here again, there again, a message serial number. All right. This is a gen admin. Now, I'm going to preview the content. Now, I can't change any of this. I can print it or I can close it. But and I can also preview the whole message, and it's got all the BS. Daytime group coming from Arkansas, to Arizona, New Mexico, info to Louisiana, da. There it is. Okay. So now, if I need to change something, if I misspelled something, I would have to go into the scratch pad. So I'd have to save it. Now I'm going to send this one to the outbox just for granted give. Normally you would send it to the smart folder. I'm going to send it to the outbox. Okay. Now I can highlight it and hit scratch pad. And now I can make changes. And I'm going to say, oh, I didn't mean to say Southwest Region Training. I meant to say AR. Oh, AR. R. Okay. Delete. Okay. Now, I could send that one to the smart folder or whatever, I can just save it. Okay. Or if I decide, no, it was right the way it was to begin with, I just clear it. So, all right. So, there again, that's one message. All right. Now, clear addressing. Boom. I can reset. Boom. Everything's, well, it didn't change everything. Oh, no. Don't know why it did that. Okay. All right. But that's one of the ones we'll use the most. Now, we've also got a plain text. Oh, yes, you have to choose somebody. Oh, I'll do Arizona. 2. Okay. All right. Plain message. You've got from, to, and then a message. Okay. And that you could use this for a lot of our general Cap 105 traffic, but it doesn't have all the information in here. Okay. Now, you could, if you have a copy of 105 on one of your laptops, you could turn around, copy it, and paste it, or, you know, put it in the thumb drive, come over here, download it, open up Notebook, and read it, and you can copy it and paste it in here. Boom. Okay. There's several things you could do, but generally this will be for short messages, almost more like an order wire than anything else, but we'll have order wire over here. But that's just something we've got. Okay, now. All right. Now, these next few messages. Whiskey 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. What this is for is if for some reason we don't have internet. Now, there may be internet in some places of the country, and they've got a message center that we can talk to. Well, there's 2 things we do. If we can talk to a person that's got internet, we can send them our whiskey messages, and they can put it into Wimmers, and it's a cut and paste thing. Okay. Same thing applies. We could send it direct to Maxwell and let it go to the NOC. But this information, let's go to the first mission request. This is so you can actually generate a mission. You know, give it a name, description, what it's for, you know, disaster relief, SAR, other, you know, whatever. Start time, end time, estimated cost for aircraft, vehicle, comm, total, short description of the mission. You know, missing person in Monticello, Arkansas. Okay. Customer agency might be Drew County Sheriff's Office. And their contact person, Deputy Joe Smith. Email, his email, you know, all this information. And we didn't generate these. Terry Raymond and I worked on creating these. So, and if you go into Wimmers and click on these to generate missions and all that kind of stuff, they will have a little more detail, but it's not, Terry said, this is what we need to be able to give you a mission over the radio without having to have, you know, 20 minutes worth of data going out. All right. And Texas Wing, Dave, used to practice with these whiskey messages, and they got down pretty good about it, because you got the mission request, then the NOC will send you a message back over the radio with all this, back in it, the mission number, or they'll put in denied. They say, nope, you can't have it. Mission symbol, customer agency, remarks. Okay. Real simple. All right. So you start your mission. You request an air sortie. Okay. The mission number, the sortie number, because you're requesting an air sortie. Okay. Sortie type. Here's out of all the ones they had, these were the most used. All right. So date, tracking number. If you don't have a tracking number, you'll use it. Departure airport, KLIT. That's Little Rock. Estimated departure time, destination airport. Well, if they're going out and coming back to the same airport, then KLIT. Okay. Arrival estimated. Remain overnight. No. If you click yes, that generates more other stuff that they have to put in, because then that goes into funding issues. But that's okay. That's why we have that on there. All right. Now, tail number, aircraft owner, CAP owned. Now, if you click on member owned, oh, you fill out all this information also. Okay. And the call sign, cap, 202 for Arizona. Okay. Crew IDs, and put crew lead first, which would be normally the pilot. Put pilot observer, AP or pilot observer. If you're doing a comm relay, you only have 2 people. Comm observer, scanner. Okay. Then mission scenario, overflying grid 128 alpha. Okay. At 1,000 foot. Okay. But it gives you all that, and then you can send it to the smart folder. If you screwed up something, then you can use what? Scratchpad to fix it. All right. All right. Same goes with a ground sortie. And, got all that. Same way, personnel, mission. And see here, they said enter the ground team leader first, followed by the driver, then all of the team members. Okay. All right. And here you've got sortie approval back from the NOC. And then when you get done, you fill out a report of what all you did. Okay. And this is all the information they need, for error and all that stuff. Ground sortie report. And that you can do a whole mission over the radio with the NOC. All right. Now there's some other messages. The ComSpot, which I've never done, but I think Arizona said something about it last week or Monday. But you got that. You've got, of course, there's the Gen Admin. Glass Eye. How many of y'all know who Glass Eye is, or who Glass Eye messages go up to? They're up here, way up in the sky, and they're directing stuff that's going on down below, like go blow up this bridge. That's the AWACS. Okay. Now this is unclassified stuff, but still. I don't remember what this one is. I haven't done it. But it's one of the other messages that we have to be able to do. Weather observation, hey, like real difficult, you know. Temperature, cloud level, type, cloud layer description, you know, and you're, you know, sending. Now, if you do this with voice, you would send this like, you wouldn't write down wind speed. You would just go 5 knots. Figures 10 Sierra Mike. Next line, you know, each go down a line, and then you look back at the message and you fill the blocks in when you're doing it by voice. And that's what Texas was doing it by voice. Now, one other thing, ICS 213. And we can also send data on with using a 213. They hand you a 213 that's been filled out. You type it in. You send it over the radio because you ain't got no internet. You ain't got no telephone. So you send it to somebody that's got it, and where it's going, because you look at the instant. So it's got everything you would need for an ICS 213. All right, questions? All right. Now, practice this stuff. Practice, practice, practice. Like I said, y'all get together with all the stations in your all the message center stations and send messages. And you don't have to both be there right away. I see, you know, I look at my printer and I see a piece of yellow paper. Well, guess what? That's the color paper I use in the printer. So I know I've got a message. And then I can turn around and contact a person that they're requesting a reply from and fill out the message, send it back to them. It gets you used to doing this, okay? I do them night, but we're already at the end of our time period. So any questions or suggestions? I take suggestions too. Yes, Dave.
Yeah, I think we should probably at least initiate one of these things every time we have some sort of SARX, you know, just to get our radio operators interested in this stuff.
Exactly. That's the whole idea behind all this is, and you know, if you're not totally swamped in the SARX, that it's something that's handy to be doing. So there's Ken. I don't get to talk to him very often, but I'm glad our Arizona folk are joining in on these. Both Gregs have been in on some of it, so.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, we're going to start practicing. You know, with my antenna oriented north south, sometimes, you know, I hit people broadside, but the two Gregs down here, it's hard to hit. So
Right.
yeah.
Well, one thing that's nice about a folded dipole
Uh-huh.
is it's still supposed to be omni, even if it's run flat top.
Uh-huh.
So, because the way the wires are going back around, they say that's what I've been told by antenna experts. And it's weird. I've got my two dipoles. I got one of them running east-west, one of them running northeast southwest. And people that are due north, oftentimes I get them better on the northeast southwest because it's running off the end rather than the east-west one. You would think broadside, it would be great. Well, I was being contacted by Fast Runner 5-1 somewhere up in the east part of the country, and he was weak on my southwest northeast. I'll get it straight in a minute. So I flipped over to my east-west, and boom, he came in strong. And, it just all depends. But you're right. Practice. That's what it's going to take. It's hard, maybe, to get guys together. I mean, sometimes you have to maybe do it on a weekend and coordinate it and say, hey, guys, let's send each of us a message and get a reply, send an answer back. And just stuff like that. It doesn't have to be a 20-page message. Although, if we have a big shake and bake like New Madrid, we may have an air tasking order that is 20 pages. So I have seen them because they send things direct to, they want it to go to particular people or particular locations. And so 5 pages are just addresses. But we've got things that will be going on, and this will help us. And I want to see Southwest region shine. I want the other regions to say, where did they learn all that? Nobody's been teaching them that. Where'd they get that information? Well, we've been doing training. So I appreciate y'all coming in. And that's all I've got for tonight. Now, in 2 weeks, on the Monday and the Thursday, we'll go study Wimmers on how to find a mission number, and both your wing and national headquarters, logging in, setting up a facility, logging in personnel, changing parameters, comm logs, downloading files, all that kind of stuff that we need to know. So hope to see all of y'all at the end. Omni Omni VOR, the fallen Archbishop, since I've got flat feet, has blessed all of you.
Oh, great. Thank you, Chuck. It's great class. It's this stuff could be a little confusing if you haven't done it before. My brain is trying to change what I learned in Mars.
Well, that's why I wanted y'all in front of your radios so you could actually see this stuff and punch buttons and everything else. And that's the whole idea, having things in front of you.
Yeah. Well, it was so interesting to learn big white cat beside the giants. Big white Siamese.
Y'all can see.
Chuck, I was just checking on you. I'm going to go ahead and cut the recording because you all are done, okay?
Thank you, Rick. Appreciate you.
All righty.
Yeah, I have my monster also.